Hey guys, Thomas Joseph here, and today I am answering some of your questions, specifically about baking. The first question I have is, what are some essential tools for baking? This is like my favorite question here. It's not one or two tools. You really do need kind of a collection of tools, but once you know what the basics are, you can really get started. So for me, you gotta start with hardcore equipment. These are two appliances that you really want to have in your kitchen if you're serious about baking. A stand mixer and a food processor. And a stand mixer, that is used for all of your cakes, your cupcakes, your muffins, your quick breads, your meringues. You can really whip things up nicely in this machine. It does all of that hard work for you, so you don't need to use your muscles. You have a really great machine for it. A food processor is used for really fine pastry like pâte brisée, also known as pie dough, tart doughs, biscuits, and things like that. A food processor is really great there as well. Now, when we get into small tools, which I have over here, one instrument I would say that is completely necessary, especially here in the United States, are measuring cups and measuring spoons. These tools right here, these are instrumental in getting a recipe right. If you measure correctly, you'll end up with the same outcome time after time. So invest in a good set of these. If you're really super serious about baking, a digital scale is also great because then you can accurately measure out your flour, your sugar, whatever ingredients. Some other tools that I like, a ruler. It's really, I think, important to have a ruler. If you're rolling out pastry dough or you're rolling out puff pastry or something like that to certain dimensions, a ruler is great to have on hand. Now, invest in a good rolling pin. This is a French rolling pin I have here, so you really have to kind of use your arm muscles to roll things out. There are other types of rolling pins, some that have tapered ends, and also the most common version, I would say, is the one that has the handles and ball bearings. So depending on how serious you are about rolling dough, you might want to collect a few different versions. A microplane or a rasp is really great for grating spices, grating lemon zest. It does a really fine job of getting the zest nice and small for recipes. You guys have seen me use these before. These are my favorite things. These are ice cream scoops with the lever release. This is perfect for portioning out muffins, cupcake batters. It's also really great and my favorite tool and trick for portioning out frosting on top of cupcakes. Give it a little bit of a tap and it looks like a professional frosted your cupcake. All right, some specialty tools that maybe you don't have on hand, but maybe you should invest in. These are two different versions of bench scrapers. This one's actually called a plastic bowl scraper. So this has a curved end to get into your bowls. It helps to get batters out, or you can actually fold batters or meringues with this, and also really helpful in bread making. This is the more classic bench scraper here. It has a sharp edge to it. And so this is good for cutting biscuits, even chopping up butter into small bits when you're making biscuits. If you're gonna invest in a few pans, these are the four that I would say you should get. This is a standard 9-inch or maybe even 8-inch cake pan. The same dimensions here go for a tart pan. Now, when you're purchasing a tart pan, make sure that you get the one that has a removable bottom. This really helps in getting the tart out of the pan here. So always remember that, a removable bottom, a square or rectangular cake pan, and my preferred version is the one I have in front of me that has perfectly straight sides. The corners come together on a nice crisp 90-degree angle. Avoid the ones that have rounded edges, because then your brownies, your blondies, whatever you're making, your lemon bars are gonna have a curved end to them. This gives more of a professional look. The all-purpose sheet tray here, this is also known as a cookie sheet or a rimmed baking sheet. This is for all of your cookies, your whoopie pies, anything really you can make on this guy here. My last question here, which is a very good question, cake flour versus self-rising flour. You really want to be careful here with self-rising flour when you're at the grocery store and you're looking at the different flours available. You really only want to pick up self-rising flour if your recipe calls for it, because what that actually means is that there's leavener, baking powder, or baking soda that is going to leaven whatever you're making. If your recipe doesn't call for that, it's a huge mistake. Do not use it. Your cake batter is just gonna be too voluminous and it's gonna pour out of your pan. So be really careful. Now, cake flour is used in a lot of cake batters, It's a much finer ground flour, and it also has a lower protein content than all-purpose flour, which gives a finer crumb to your cake or your muffins or your cupcakes. So really read through your recipe before you go to the grocery store and be very careful that you pick out the right flour for your recipe. Now guys, as always, any of these cool baking conundrums or kitchen conundrums, savory conundrums, seafood conundrums, whatever, write them in the comment section below. As always, you guys, I really enjoy this, so keep those questions coming.